Hello family, I am coming to you again today, bring you guys along while I make my babies and my hubby and myself think I'll eat today some dinner. It is VEDA, so I'm trying to keep up with ensuring that I get some type of upload going for you guys every day. So again, we'll be making dinner. I feel as though it's easy because I have to, glasses are so dirty, I'm sorry. I have to make dinner every day anyway, so why not bring my family along? I already got my oven preheating. Did that already. It should be heated now. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's nice and warm, so I better get the rolling because I turned that on and then I went downstairs to set the guys up on the computer. One of them is on the actual computer, one is on the laptop, and two of them, well, one is playing the game, and then I think Tata's in my room watching TV. So no, the baby's up here now, so he got off the computer. So now one's on the laptop, one's on the game, Ty's in my room, and the baby's up here watching TV. So I like it better when they're separate because they fight too much. So let me get what I need. Today on the menu is we're having Italian. So I have my 9x13 here. We're gonna make some raviolis with meatballs. Something real simple. And you guys probably cook everything beforehand before you put it all together, but I'm gonna show you a simple way to do this. Very simple and easy way. I'm only gonna doctor it up as far as seasoning, because for this particular dish you don't have to do much. I do it sometimes in the crock pot. If I'm going to be gone for a few hours, I'll just put it on low. Only 2 hours. Put it on low and let it go. So I just got some Prego sauce here. This is a nice size container that you get at Sam's Club. And I'm just coating the bottom of this dish so they don't stick. Real simple. That's it, guys. And then, and I hate when I have to open things while I have you guys on camera, but because these bags, I don't like when I listen back to these videos to get them out to you. I don't like listening to all these bags rattling. They're very annoying, and I also hear it like when I'm listening to other people's uploads. So I apologize, guys, but it's no other way. I mean, I have to get it out the bags. So let me start off. Like I said, putting those, put that here. I'm going to finish off this one bag. And I don't know why we have 2 bags open. Again, I'll finish everything first. So these are some very large size raviolis. And I'm just going to go ahead and layer them in the pan. Get them all layered. This dish is really nothing to it. Just layer everything up. Kha'yair, I'm hearing too much noise, sir. So yeah, we finished that bag, and I'm gonna grab the other. And this is Member Mark's brand 4 cheese ravioli. Very, very good. You just really, a lot of people eat them. You just add sauce and eat it. But I always layer mine and make this awesome dish. And my kiddos like anything Italian, so this is perfect. Alright, so then I'm gonna go in with the meatballs, hot dogs. The hot dogs and thing. We did that in the last upload. Okay. And these bags actually, guys, came from the Dollar Tree. I found these over there one day and I gave them a try and we liked them. And I actually did it at work. for my clients. I was cooking for them, and I ran out of meatballs, and I'm like, let me just see, because you know Dollar Tree be carrying everything. And I just checked on a whim, and they had them. And I still get my large bags of meatballs, but I grab these for emergency meatballs. Like if we're going to have because they're smaller than the ones from Sam's. And it's good for the kiddos because, I cut everything, make it bite-sized for them. So I feel like less choking hazard. And I still cut them in half, but I only have to cut them just in half to give to the boys because they're soft and they can manage them. But, yeah, they got the meatballs. So after the meatballs, again, you want to go in with some more sauce. You don't have to be too heavy because remember, this sauce is going to be all through the dish. So you just want to basically get your noodles covered. Trust me, when it all cooks together, it's going to soak up the sauce. It's going to be perfect. So again, some more noodles. I love these. Some fingers, and I'm going to put it in that bag. So yeah. And I like to give a lot of noodles because that's what my kiddos love. And me too. I like the meatballs here and there, but I be after these cheese noodles. And I like them just the noodles in the sauce. I don't even have to have the meatballs, but I make it like this because it's more filling for the boys and hubby and myself. And trust me, we never have leftovers when I make this. And Tata had already seen it on the menu, so he went running telling everybody what we're having for dinner today. So see, it doesn't even require much. So I'm going to go ahead and the rest of these meatballs. So it took 3 of the bags. And it doesn't even take 3. I'm just going to go ahead and put them all in. But it doesn't even require all 3 bags. So why save a little? I never understand people saving a couple pieces of food. Like, use it up. So I'm going to get rid of these bags. 1 second. I'm a constant hand washer. That's why everybody always say your hands are nice and soft. So this is what it's looking like, guys. And I'm gonna go ahead and get some more sauce on the top, and then I'm gonna put some Italian seasoning on top. Now, this is where you can get crazy and put some more cheese. But the noodles are really, really cheesy. So you don't have to, and you know we love cheese. But you don't have to OD with the cheese with this particular dish because, oh, I'm making a mess. Yeah, you don't have to get crazy with the cheese with this dish because the noodles are very, very cheesy. So, getting that out of the way. Okay. So, some seasoning now. And I'm just going to put it right on the top, guys. I can tell when hubby cook because he don't necessarily put them back in the right spot. So just some Italian seasoning, and I'm just gonna sprinkle it right on the top because you got to remember that that Prego has Italian seasoning all through it. So this is gonna be really, really good. So I use that and black pepper right top there. Yep. One moment. Okay. So, here we are again, guys. Let's see if I can. You know you'll see the end results. So no worries. I'm actually, instead of using like the cheddar cheese, I'm gonna put some of the, I'm making a mess here. I let Kha'yair help me put these things up. I'm gonna have to rearrange that. I like the kiddos to help out, but they get to the point they really don't want to do it, and so they just put stuff like anywhere, and we can't have that. Okay, so we're gonna go with some grated Parmesan right on the top as well. Okay, and we're just gonna stick this right in the oven. Easy peasy. Okay, so with this dish, guys, I'm gonna be making some garlic toast. So I'm gonna get the rest of this put away. So excuse the noise for a second. Put this away. I'm gonna grab this garlic toast. I don't know how many of you guys take your stuff out of the original packaging when you buy it to make more room for your freezer and fridge. I do it. I do it every time I shop. I come home, I break everything down and make it really easy so I know where everything is. Kha'yair? Kha'yair? Ty? Ty! TJ? Where's Kha'yair?
Yeah, he's in the bathroom.
Okay, well you do it then. Go in that closet and get a soda for dinner.
Oh yeah.
And I was looking for Kha'yair.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, baby. Go in there and watch cartoons till I'm done, okay? I was looking for Kha'yair because they take turns choosing the soda whenever we're having soda for dinner. And it's Kha'yair's turn, so I was trying to find him, but he's in the men's room. And so unfortunately he don't get to choose. So I'm setting a timer for this bread. And I tell you guys, I use a pizza pan for everything. I have a million pizza pans in this house. We use it for everything. Might need two of that. Yep. I'm not gonna fit. You got it, sir?
I got the black one. Not the actual one.
Let me see.
But this is he asked for the brown.
Not root beer. That's for floats. Go get something else. That's for root beer floats.
What about the black one?
That's fine. Just not the root beer, Peter.
The black one.
Okay. Cleaning some of this garlic off my hands so I can grab another pizza pan. Another pizza pan, guys. So. Again. Put it right there, baby.
Okay.
Right there, Ty. Thank you. Yeah. Go sit down, Tyjon. Kha'yair, come pick that up. Tyjon, leave it. You gotta put it all the way to the back, Ty. You can't put it on the front.
That's what I do.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Go in there and sit down.
Bye-bye.
No, go sit down, Tyjon.
I got this player.
Put this in for chilling. Get that to start chilling. What do you have? So yeah, we came up with two trays of the bread. I won't put that in just yet. But yeah, guys, I'm trying to keep up with VEDA. I think it's a good way to stay within the algorithm of YouTube. And it takes you out of your comfort zone. It gets you to come out of your comfort zone. For anyone who don't know what VEDA is when you video every day in the month of April or August. They also have, what is it, Vlogtober, and that's for the month of October. You could do anything like Halloween themed or harvest, I guess. They do Vlogsgiving, so you do the month of November. Again, harvest or Thanksgiving themed. A lot of people preparing for company. Even some people skip over Thanksgiving and go right to Christmas. So it's the whole holiday shopping season. You just upload something every day. And then, of course, the big one is Vlogmas, which is the month of December, when you upload every day something Christmas related. So I'm trying to keep up with VEDA for April. It's my first time. First time doing VEDA. My very first one was Vlogmas, just past 2021. You guys can go back and check out that playlist. I did a lot of DIYs and family uploads and stuff like that, so that was good. Let's talk about this gas stimulus a little bit. I'm just hoping they go ahead and give that out, because the price of gas is unbelievably high. It's amazing how high, I'm sorry, checking on the boy. It's amazing how high gas is. I don't think I've ever witnessed gas being this high. I do appreciate Biden considering giving us a gas stimulus, and what they're saying, I don't think they ever settled on an exact amount. I think it's gonna be like $250 to $500 per driver in a household. Now, I will say this: I've never seen any other president. TJ, y'all gotta calm down. Y'all too loud down there. I never saw any of the other presidents give out like a gas stimulus. I do remember talking to some of like my older relatives and confirmed with my mom that years ago, when there were like gas shortages, what they would do is go by your license plate. And so if the last digit was even, you could get your gas on like a Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And if your last digit was odd, you can get it on like a, let's see, what was it? Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Sundays, no one could get gas. I guess that was the day that they fueled up or whatever. But I did hear that was going on some years ago. But I think that's really nice that he is at least considering to give us a gas stimulus, because, oh my gosh, right now, the way I'm doing my trips, is if I know I'm going in a certain direction, I'll handle all my affairs in that particular area that day versus driving back and forth just randomly any day. Like, I'm mapping out my trips. I'm more conscious about it now. I've always been that type of person, but especially now with the increase in the gas prices, I'm doing it diligently. Um, so if you never thought of that, that's probably something you can do. If you know you're going to a far part of town and you know it's something that you need to do in between where you stay and where you're headed, you should probably take care of all your fares if you can while you're making that trip to save on the cost of gas of you driving in that direction another day. As far as my grandson's transportation, nothing has changed since the last time I updated you guys. They said they were working, and if you remember, I told you the guy said don't quote him, but he thought they had a driver that took it on, but that's not the case. So we're at the point where they're not doing live remote learning, but they are uploading some of his daily assignments that they're doing in class, and so he's able to complete those assignments and submit them online. Other than that, if it's something that they cannot get uploaded for whatever reason, then I would, I guess, weekly drive over to the school and pick up work, and then go back over and drop off the work and pick up more. Hold on one second. Tyzier! Tyzier! Let's go. TJ? Let's go. Let's go. You, TJ, my room. Ty?
Yeah.
Get up here. Oh my gosh, listen. You guys don't know. I have the biggest headache. And it seems like when you ask them, please, 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 just give me a moment, they won't. So my solution to that is to separate them, and they get frustrated when they're separated, but then you don't play right when you're together. So, I keep telling them, you have as much freedom as you can handle. If you can't handle it, then I'll separate you guys. Real simple. And that's how I work around here. You don't even have to spank these kids. Separate them. You crush their little feelings, or take their electronics away. You crush their little feelings. Give them some arts and crafts when they don't really want to do it. Now, if I'm sitting at the table and I'm doing it, everybody's game. Everybody wants to be on it. But if I just hand them some craft and say, here, do this, nobody want to do it unless they have somebody doing it with them. It's crazy. But yeah, oh my gosh. Let me share with you guys. I had a very good night at work last night. I was acknowledged. It wasn't exactly Employee of the Month, but it was very similar. It was something that they came up with called Caught in the Spotlight. And basically they shined the spotlight on me. Just saying that when, I'm very proactive in preventing incidents from happening, and I follow the proper chain of command, and I bring things to my superiors' attention in a timely fashion, and I go above and beyond. So that's basically what I was acknowledged for. And the more recent incident was, we have, if you don't know, I work with individuals with special needs, both children and adults. I deal with a psych background, and I work with troubled individuals and drug and alcohol patients. So I have a variety of certificates and stuff. And I've been working at a psych hospital forever. We're not even going to tell you how many years, because then you're going to try to guess a woman's age. Well, let's just say 20 plus. So they're like, when you're working in that field, you have to be very, very aware of your surroundings. you have to be very familiar with your clients. And even though you come across many clients in your shift, and you may be pulled from one ward to another at any given time, you still need to be very observant and very aware of what's going on in your facility, because you are held accountable for a lot. I see a lot of people that work in our field that get charges brought up on them because they're not mature enough to handle their position. And I never really understood why these entities hire younger children. And it's not that I would say, it's not like I'm saying they can't do the job, but you have to make sure the individual is mature enough to handle it, all facets of the job, because you could end up with felony charges and be completely oblivious to what you did wrong. So I think that you need to be mature enough to handle something like this. I remember when I first applied back in the early 90s at the psych hospital, and I interviewed and I did really well, and I got to my second interview. Well, when I got to the third interview, the lady basically told me that I did good, but I needed to how did she say it? Let me see what she said. She said, you did really well, but you're still a little wet behind the ears, and I need you to go get some more life experience. So she said it like that. And I said, okay. Because one thing about me, if you tell me something that I can't do, I'm going to prove you wrong. And I'm not going to do it overnight, because I'm going to learn that whatever you're saying I can't do, I'm going to master it. So when you see me again, you're going to eat those words. So I went away and I went and worked in some group homes for, I want to say, all of 4 years. And then I went back and I reapproached it. And I got through the first 2 interviews again, just like the last time. And when I saw this individual again, she did things differently. It was designed differently at this point. When you got to your third interview, it wasn't with just one individual. It was with doctors, psychologists, psychiatrists, counselors. It was with a panel. When I tell you I wowed those people, and I knew right then and there that they were impressed and I was hired. But they got to do that, oh, we'll call you thing. But I knew, because I could see their faces every time they had something. I had the answer for them and examples for them. And I could see her. She was trying to have a blank face, but I could feel it. So when I left and I was going to my car, I did get my paperwork to go do my criminal background and everything like that, and my drug test and everything. This woman met me in the parking lot and told me I did such a great job. She was like, where did you work? Are you a nurse? And I'm like, no, I'm not a nurse. The guy I was dating at the time was a pharmacist. So I was always, that was the other African guy that I told you guys I dated. He was a pharmacist, so I was always in tune to his job, and I know a lot about medications. So I learned a lot about psych meds because I was working in a group home with psych patients. So I'm telling you, that's one thing about me. I'm going to master it. So this woman wanted to take me up under her wing once I reported for work. We were the best of friends. And it took me a while, but I finally reminded her of who I was. And she laughed. She couldn't believe it. She was like, well, you proved me wrong. And to this day, she still tell everybody that story. What she told me and how I came back ready for her. Too funny. I'm going to combine all these breads on one tray now that they're done. Oh my God, it smells so good in here, guys. Because it'll be time to warm my babies To feed my babies soon. So I'm gonna show you guys what this is looking like. I know you've seen garlic bread before, but for the sake of the video, here you go. Nice and golden brown. Look at that. Nice. Sometimes I'll put cheese on it before I slide it in the oven and make it cheesy garlic bread, but I just kept it the original garlic bread today. I feel like I could use my cheese for other areas. So let me get their plates and stuff ready. Start setting up the plates in their drink because we'll be plating up soon. But yeah, back to the lady. She was impressed, and to this day, she and I, it's amazing how people, you know, how you affect people or come to be friends with people. But we are good. She still works there. Soon gonna retire, but she still works there. She stepped down from the role she used to work at because of her age and stuff, but just wanted to let you know she is still there. We are very close. I often have lunch with her whenever I work there. Yeah, I have lunch with her whenever I work there. We're very fond of one another. Kids don't like their stuff extra cold. I'm just like, let me get it out of the closet. If they had it their way, they drink it just like that, guys. But yeah, back to me being acknowledged. The more recent incident for that acknowledgement was I have a client who is very outgoing. I mean, with all the staff, with strangers. If you see him, he's going to be in your face. He's one of those clients that if you saw him and you didn't know, you wouldn't know. Because he's very, what we call high functioning. So he can move into a community and blend in really easy. Someone who's not familiar with working with sight patients might, you know, people on the street say, oh, this one's a little touch or this one's a little slow, but he could blend in really well. But he's a very outgoing individual, and all of a sudden he shut down and was withdrawn and isolating himself. I took notice. I started charting, which is documenting on him every half hour. I felt like it was necessary for me to know where he was and what he was up to every 30 minutes. I have a very casual routine, so it's nothing for me to go around and check in with them, see what they're up to, ask them if they need anything. I do that everywhere I go. When I report to a shift, I take the time to go around to the clients and greet them and let them know that I'm on shift, so if they need anything, feel free to call me. And you know what? They appreciate that because they don't get a lot of staff that'll do that. Because I feel like I'm coming to your home, whether you in a facility or not. And if someone come in my home, they got to acknowledge me. So I do the same, common courtesy. And trust me, they really appreciate that. Their guard comes down. They feel like they can trust you. They feel like you're different from the other staff. And it's just, you know, they people too. So I noticed that this guy was behaving differently. Not doing any behavioral outbursts or anything, but that's alarming just as much as if he did have a behavioral outburst. And so then I charted on him, like I said, more frequently. And this stuff went on for about a week. I sent a very detailed email to the supervisor to tell them that all staff should be documenting on him more closely because he's exhibiting peculiar behaviors. Non-threatening, but still peculiar. And so they sent out an email for everybody to document his whereabouts and make sure that you physically see him whenever you check on him. Don't just say, oh, I peeped in a room and he was under the blanket, because these are psych patients, but a lot of them aren't in there just because of psych issues. A lot of them are in there because they may have done a crime, and their lawyers got them off, so they went by way of psych. So you got to be mindful of stuff like that. And so you have to physically go pull the cover, like, hey, sweetie, you okay? I was just checking on you. Just non-offensive. You got to come up with a way to do it, or drop something so they can jump and look. Just something to make sure that you physically see this individual. So again, not that he was having any behavioral outbursts, but he was acting very peculiar. And then this went on, like I said, for a week. And by day 5, he started walking around with a backpack on. When he came to the kitchen, backpack. When he went out to smoke, backpack. And I'm like, what's in that backpack? So of course, now the level or the severity of this has changed, because that could be a weapon, even if it's not a knife or a gun. Of course, they wouldn't have that, but I mean, you just never know. They do go out the program and stuff. So they can use anything. Blunt object can be a weapon. This can become a weapon. Anything. So at that point, it got increasingly worrisome for me. And I made them aware that now he's walking around with this backpack, and that we need to be able to do a search. You have to get permission. So thank God I wasn't on when it happened, but it eventually turned into a code where anybody that work in the site know they call a code. Then here comes all different staff coming to de-escalate the situation, because it obviously became behavioral now. He was very volatile towards staff. I think he did. He hit an individual with a can of soda in their, like, right in their eye area. So he did a lot of damage to this individual's eye, which was a staff. So that staff was put out on medical leave. And then, not to go into too much, but when there's an incident like that, you press charges against the individual, and then the facility pays you after all the litigation and stuff, you keep your job and stuff like that. So he was out for some time. Like I said, the client really did some damage to his eye. He was taken away to a crisis facility, and he's still not back with us, because like I said, it was a more recent, it wasn't just like yesterday or last week, but it was a more recent incident. So his bed is still available, because they're left open for 90 days before they'll put someone else in it. But so long story short, I got acknowledged for being attentive and bringing that to everybody's attention who did miss it. Some of these things can fly over your head, but I just know the population I'm dealing with, and I know that every day when I report to work, safety is key for myself, for my coworker, for the other clients. So I'm never too consumed with what's going on around me or my paperwork that I can't pay attention to an individual. So I'm gonna get this stuff plated up, guys, because it's done, and I like to get it plated up so it can cool off quicker on these plates. I do have some things I need to get into, take care of for the family. So I'm gonna go ahead and get their meal served to them. They're all gonna have this. I'm serving salad to anyone who wants it. If not, they can have fruit. I always chill fruit, so I think I have some cocktail. Yeah, it's fruit cocktail today. So everybody's plate done, and as you can see, it didn't even take long. Does not take long at all. So I always tell people, this is an easy dinner. Easy, not even messy. Get your family fed, nice meal. Don't even take that long. My baby's too particular, so I'm trying to dig from the bottom for him because he don't like the Italian seasoning on the top of his food. So I'm trying to go underneath for him, the youngest. But DJ is oh my God, a fan of Italian food. He can, as you guys can see, I always get the like canned SpaghettiOs and stuff. He loves Italian dishes, so I don't know. I need to start making my own spaghetti sauce because it can get pricey too, especially the ones I buy from Sam's Club. So yeah, with this, they're gonna have, like I said, they can have salad or some of the fruit cocktail or both. But plate's all done, guys. I just want to thank you for joining in with me today again. I always appreciate having you guys hang out so we can chit chat while I make dinner for the fam. I'm gonna turn this around. Excuse me. Show you. Set up their stuff here. Okay. Alright, so we got their cups of their Dr. Thunders. That's the drink they chose. Thanks for tuning in with us. I'm going to flip this camera around, let you see what we're having for dinner. Love and respect to you all, and I look forward to hanging out with you again real soon. God bless. Here we go, guys. This is their plates, all plated up. I give them portions that I know they can handle. It's always leftovers available, but this, they can sprinkle some more of the Parmesan cheese on top if they like. It's completely up to them. I normally put that out at the table for them, but here's some leftover bread, and here's the casserole. So, yeah, this is dinner. Thanks for hanging out. Love and respect.